Now let's take a look at how to analyse in depth the trades made by your wallet. Mizar allows you to review both your best trades and your worst trades, and a great place to start is usually the losses. By understanding what went wrong, you can adjust your strategy and avoid repeating the same mistakes. In my case, you can see that I actually have more losing trades than winning ones. That may look bad at first, but overall I'm still profitable. This is because, even though I lose more often, my wins are larger than my losses, and my bots use stop loss to cut losing trades early. This keeps losses small and controlled. When you open the trade section, you get an aggregated view of all your activity. You can sort your trades, for example by realised P&L, and quickly identify where you made the most money and where you lost the most. For each token you can see realised and unrealised P&L, how much you bought and sold, the number of buys versus sells, and how active the bot was. If you bought significantly more than you sold, that usually means your bot was doing heavy DCA activity. To understand losses better, sort the list by realised P&L. You'll immediately see the tokens that perform the worst. One of them might even be a rug pull. Let's take the token Bob as an example. The last trade was 19 hours ago. I had 45 buys and 33 sells, which already tells me the bot was averaging down aggressively. If I click into the trade, I get a full overview. How many swaps were made, how much gas was paid, and how much of the position is open or closed. But the most insightful part is the chart. Switching to a 5-second view gives us enough detail while still being easy to navigate. Here you can clearly see what happened. The token was flat for a long time with almost no volume. Then, suddenly, it spiked. This is where most of the trading happened and where things initially looked good. But shortly after, the token started to fall. Volume dropped, interest disappeared, and the price kept trending downward. And you can see it in my trades. A lot of buys, then multiple sells, many of them at a loss. Stop loss started triggering, but by then the trend was already weak and there were no signs of recovery. This is a classic example of a token that pumps briefly, then dies out. And because interest vanished so quickly, the bot kept trading it when it shouldn't have. This is where proper bot settings would have helped. For example, features like freeze token after stop loss would have stopped the bot from continuing to trade the token after the first major loss. That alone would have reduced the overall damage. Looking at the trade list, you can see several heavy losses, up to 56%, clearly triggered by stop loss. Any later take profits weren't enough to compensate. This kind of analysis is extremely powerful. It helps you understand why a token performed badly and, more importantly, how to improve your bot settings so the same thing doesn't happen again.